in classrooms, that everybody would bring an example. It might be a video, it might be a story that you would tell, and just give some examples of what it looks like in the classroom, and then work backward from there. And then Ann had a great idea of, as people were sharing their examples of note catching. Help me out with that.
Yeah, sure. So we're looking for common trends around what it is that we value around what's possible for students. So whether it's Ty or Stephen or another facilitators, capturing those commonalities, common attributes that we noticed, I think will help us better define what it is that we want out of the Jeffco 2020 vision.
Can I just jump in? I think the traditional approach would be to try and define Jeffco 2020 vision and maybe study and read something. But this is, let's sweep away even Jeffco 2020 vision and start with those examples in the classroom where you're like, oh my God, that's it. And how we bring that to life for each other can look different ways, whether it's video or storytelling or artifacts or whatever. But then we kind of all know what it is when we see it, but just reading words, and so we can get kind of caught up in sort of the jargony stuff and all. This makes it really real and tangible, and we think that by pooling those and looking for common attributes, we can start to actually cultivate a common vision from that, and it's probably going to end up pretty darn like Jeffco 2020, but have that much more ownership and sort of tangible reality for us.
And if not a common vision, at least an individualized vision that we can take back to our building. And then using that same backward design seemed to work with leadership too. And so the idea here would be that we would bring to the retreat examples of effective leadership that have worked in our building. It doesn't have to be about Jeffco 2020, just something that has helped you to empower your teachers, or to help your teachers embrace change, or that help them to take ownership of something. And that, again, by listening to the examples, and I want to interject that if there was a non-example in either section, that could be some really good quick learning, but that by sharing the common attributes of the examples, that would give each of us ideas of what leadership protocol or what leadership design or activity may I take back to my school to help start moving this Jeffco 2020 forward in the building.
Then we thought for closure, there'd be some action that you take kind of independently on your own in an I do alone scenario. And you go and you reflect and you start to come up with a couple of steps that you're going to start with in your building around the 2020 vision based on learning space examples and also leadership examples. And then bring those back to the larger group as a way to close the day around sharing some of our reflection around those action steps.
Thank you. Ian, can you just grab that one and put it up there like mine? So the sticky part is on top of the screen and not on the screen, kind of like I did. Do you want to just leave it there like that? That's beautiful. Or you can just leave it down on the ground. It's fine. You can leave it on the ground. That's fine. I'll just, who would like to from Team B? Who from Team B would like to share that?
All right. So, very similar, I think. So we talked about how is your school engaged with the 2020 vision and what's your why. So similar to what you had said about those examples and bringing to life some things about how it kind of can look to us all differently. And then we talked about, this is an interesting concept of what if we did nothing new? What if we didn't do anything? What would that look like in terms of inspiring us? It's again defining the why and looking at that, and then raffles and experiments. So some of the things that we've dealt with, or to help us with troubleshooting around that. I'm getting off, aren't I? Sorry.
It was your example of what, like you were explaining before, right? You took those teachers and you're now in that place, right?
Okay, so similar still to this, but yeah, like how, in terms of leadership, I think we're talking about what are some of the challenges that we faced and how have we done that, what are the implications of that to take back to those starting points, and trying to identify potential roadblocks so that we could avoid them, so again, learning from each other. And so this was about us deciding where do we start in our schools, if we're starting with teachers, if we start in classrooms, where do we start with our leadership team or with our staff school district and how do we connect with those people. And then there's happy hour from 3 to 6.
Yeah, that's hard.